Well,
I mean, it kind of does, but.
Yeah.
as they said, pitter patter, let's get at her.
Okay, I'm ready.
Oh, thank you, Lord, for this time, this place to get together and just learn more about you. Lord, please help us to get through these names. I know they're important because the tribes of Israel were coming back from exile and they were at a loss of what to do. But Lord, for us reading them these days, it's real difficult. So Lord, just open up our eyes, hearts, and ears for what you're trying to tell us and the historical significance of what's being unfolded here. And give us the Holy Spirit to help us understand what you're trying to say. We thank you for everything. Amen.
Yeah.
You know what I forgot? Welcome to Throttle Up Bible Bible Study. How we doing tonight?
Okay.
Whee! Alright. This is going to be a lot of reading. I don't have too many takeaways on a lot of this. It pretty much just is what it is. Alright. First off, we're going to cover the tribe of Levi. This is important for the Israelites coming back from exile, because if the returning exiles were to receive God's blessing again, the temple and the worship and everything had to be done in the right way. You know, the very thing that threw them into exile has to be corrected. So, the royal family line of Judah and the temple priests have to be ordered properly and function properly. And really, as we were talking about earlier, worship God how He has told us to worship Him. So, starting off here with tribe of Levi, 1 Chronicles 6, verse 1. The sons of Levi, Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. The sons of Kohath, Amram, Izhar, Hebron, and Uzziel. The children of Amram, Aaron, Moses, and Miriam. Oh, those are some important people. The sons of Aaron, Nadab, Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. Notice who isn't mentioned. The two sons that were consumed by the Lord for offering improper incense. Kind of an interesting note there. Eleazar fathered Phinehas, this is verse 4. Phinehas fathered Abishua. Abishua fathered Buki. Buki fathered Uzi. Uzi fathered Zariah. Zariah fathered Marioth. Marioth fathered Amariah. Amariah fathered Ahitub. I think that's how you pronounce it. Ahitub. Ahitub fathered Zadok. Zadok fathered Ahimaaz. Ahimaaz fathered Azariah. Azariah fathered Johanan. Johanan fathered Azariah. So it must be a reused name there. It was he who served as priest in the house that Solomon built in Jerusalem. So this is specifying the first temple, not the rebuilt temple in which this book is being written. Just to clarify. Number 11, or verse 11. Azariah fathered Amariah. Amariah fathered Ahitub. Ahitub fathered Zadok. Zadok fathered Shallum. Shallum fathered Hilkiah. Hilkiah fathered Azariah. Azariah fathered Sariah. Sariah fathered Jehozadak. And Jehozadak went into exile when the Lord sent Judah and Jerusalem into the exile by the hand of Nebuchadnezzar. Jehozadak is actually renamed. Who was that? When they went into exile, Nebuchadnezzar was basically showing his power by renaming him and trying to take his lineage from him. If that makes sense. Alright. Let's see here. Verse 16. The sons of Levi, Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. These are the names of the sons of Gershon, Livni and Shimi. The sons of Kohath, Amram, Izhar, Hebron, Uzziel. the sons of Merari, Mahali and Mushi. These are the clans of the Levites according to their fathers. Of Gershom, Libni his son, Jahath his son, Zimah his son, Joah his son, Iddo his son, Zerah his son, Jerathi his son. The sons of Kohath, Aminadab his son, Korah his son. And I was trying to figure out if that was the same Korah that questioned Moses' authority in the desert and got swallowed up by the earth. But I didn't find anything conclusive on that. Let's see here. Asir his son, Elkanah his son, Ibisaph his son, Asir his son, Tahath his son, Uriel his son, Uzziah his son, Shaul his son. The sons of Elkanah, Amasi and Ahimoth. Elkanah his son, Zophai his son, Nahath his son, Eliab his son, Jeroham his son, Elkanah his son. Verse 28 here. So now we're moving into the sons of Samuel. The sons of Samuel, Joel his firstborn, and the second Abijah. The sons of Merari, Mali, Libni his son, Shimi his son, Uzzah his son, Shemiah his son, Haggiah his son, and Isaiah his son. So, let's see. Do I have any notes on this? No. So this is laying out the tribes of Levi that are supposed to be in the temple service, coming back from exile. Now we're going to switch up a little bit here, because now we're going to talk about like musicians, kind of stressing the importance of music and worship. So verse 31 of chapter 6 says, "These are the men whom David put in charge of the service of song in the house of the Lord after the ark rested there. They ministered with song before the tabernacle of the tent of meeting until Solomon built the house of the Lord in Jerusalem. And they performed their service according to their order. These are the men who served and their sons of the Kohathites. Herman the singer, the son of Joel, son of Samuel, son of Elkanah, son of Jeroham, son of Eliel, son of Toah, son of Zuph, son of Elkanah, son of Mahath, son of Amasi, son of Elkanah, son of Joel, son of Azariah, son of Zephaniah, son of Tahath, son of Asir, son of Ebisaph, son of Korah, son of Izhar, son of Kohath, son of Levi, son of Israel," so Jacob, and his brother Asaph, who stood on his right hand, namely Asaph, the son of Berechiah, the son of Shemiah, son of Michael, son of Basiah, son of Malchijah, son of Ethni, son of Zerah, son of Adiah, son of Ethan, son of Zimran, son of Shimi, son of Jahath, son of Kishi, son of Abdi, son of Moloch, son of Habishiah, there it is, son of Amaziah, son of Hilkiah, son of Amzi, son of Bani, son of Shemer, son of Mali, son of Mushi, son of Merari, son of Levi, and their brothers, the Levites, were appointed for all the service of the tabernacle of the house of God. Before you guys came here, I made the joke of that song. Now you're messing with the son of... I know what you guys are hearing out there. Wah 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 son of wah 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 son of. But the real important thing here is their brothers, the Levites, were appointed for all service of the tabernacle of the house of God. So all the Levites were in service of the tabernacle. They weren't all priests. So you had some that were musicians. You had some that were meant to haul things, some to take care of things, yada, yada, yada. So this is just really kind of giving Israel direction coming back. All right. Verse 49. The reason why I specify that is Aaron and his sons made offerings on the altar of the burnt offering. So not all the Levites, but the line of Aaron does. On the altar of the burnt offering and on the altar of incense for all the work of the most holy place to make atonement for Israel according to all that Moses, the servant of God, had commanded. So you have to be at a specific line in order to make atonement. Not everybody can do that. All right. Verse 50 here. These are the sons of Aaron: Eleazar, his son; Phinehas, his son; Abishua, his son; Buki, his son; Uzi, his son; Zariah, his son; Marioth, his son; Amariah, his son; Ahitub, his son; Zadok, his son; Ahimaaz, his son. These were their dwelling places according to their settlements within their borders. To the sons of Aaron of the clans of the Kohathites, theirs was the first lot. So, going back to the tribe of Levi, they were both blessed and cursed. So you had Simeon and Levi, and they were scattered throughout the nations, because back in Genesis, they killed all the people in Shechem and did an unholy thing. So they were cursed to be scattered. So what we're going to see here is the tribe of Simeon doesn't really exist because of their faithlessness to God. But the tribe of Levi, because of the golden calf incident in Exodus, and them being faithful to God and slaughtering all the people who were unfaithful, they're being scattered, but in a different way. They're being scattered inside of the territory of Judah, and they get specified cities that are theirs. So they're being scattered in a way, but they're also being gathered in a way. And it's a blessing more than a curse. Does that make sense? Alright. Let's see here. To them they gave, this is verse 55 here. To them they gave Hebron and the land of Judah and its surrounding pasture lands. But the fields of the city and its villages they gave to Caleb, the son of Jephunneh. The sons of Aaron they gave the cities of refuge: Hebron, Libnah with its pasture lands; Jatir, Eshtemoa with its pasture lands; Hilon with its pasture lands; Debir with its pasture lands; Ashan with its pasture lands; Beth Shemesh with its pasture lands. And from the tribe of Benjamin, Gibeon, Geba with its pasture lands; Elamith with its pasture lands; Anathoth with its pasture lands. All their cities throughout their clans were 13. Give me a second to take a drink here. Sounds like I'm saying pasture lands instead of pasture. Pasture lands. Alright, verse 61 here. To the rest of the Kohathites were given by lot out of the clan of the tribe, out of the half tribe, the half of Manasseh, 10 cities. To the Gershomites, according to their clans, were allotted 13 cities. Out of the tribes of Issachar, Asher, Naphtali, and Manasseh in Bashan. Verse 63. To the Merarites, Yeah. According to their clans, was allotted 12 cities out of the tribes of Reuben, Gad, and Zebulun. So the people of Israel gave the Levites the cities with their pasture lands. They gave out by lot of the tribes of Judah, Simeon, Benjamin, these cities that are mentioned by name. So by lot really just means by the Lord's determination. Basically asking for a sign from the Lord on who gets what. I believe it's like straws, but correct me if I'm wrong. Alright, verse 66 here. And some of the clans of the sons of Kohath had cities of their territory out of the tribe of Ephraim. They were given the cities of refuge, Shechem with its pasture lands in the hill country of Ephraim, Gezer with its pasture lands, Jokmeam with its pasture lands, Beth Horon with its pasture lands, Ajalon with its pasture lands, Gath Rimmon with its pasture lands, and out of the half tribe of Manasseh, Aner with its pasture lands, Bileam with its pasture lands, for the rest of the clans of the Kohathites. Another thing with all these pasture land mentions, these are all border cities to kind of give the general idea of how big of an area each clan was supposed to get. Not necessarily just these little pockets. It's kind of just the border. Alright, verse 71. To the Gershomites were given out of the clan of the half tribe of Manasseh, Golan in Bashan with its pasture lands, Ashtaroth with its pasture lands, and out of the tribe of Issachar, Kadesh with its pasture lands, Daberath with its pasture lands, Ramoth with its pasture lands, Anim with its pasture lands. Verse 74 here. Out of the tribe of Asher, Marshall with its pasture lands, Abdon with its pasture lands, Hakuk with its pasture lands, Rehob with its pasture lands, and out of the tribe of Naphtali, Kadesh and Galilee with its pasture lands, Hammon with its pasture lands, Kiriathim with its pasture lands. To the rest of the Merites were allotted out of the tribe of Zebulun, Ramana with its pasture lands, Tabor with its pasture lands, and beyond the Jordan at the Jericho on the east side of the Jordan, out of the tribe of Reuben, Bezer in the wilderness with its pasture lands, Jahaz with its pasture lands, Kedemoth with its pasture lands, Mephahath with its pasture lands, and out of the tribe of Gad, Ramoth and Gilead with its pasture lands, Manaheim with its pasture lands, Heshbon with its pasture lands, Jazer with its pasture lands. I think we're done with the pasture lands. Alright. Another reason for them calling out all these cities is because they're coming back from exile, so this is like giving them hope that they're going to expand to fill all this territory again. Which is why the book of Chronicles can be called a book of hope. You guys are hoping that I'll get through chapter 9, and then we'll get on to something different.
We forgot all those names before.
Oh, yes.
Some a few of them.
Alright, chapter 7. The sons of Issachar, Tola, Puah, Jashub, and Shimron, 4. The sons of Tola, Uzi, Rephaniah, Jeriel, Jahmai, Ibsam, and Shemuel, heads of their fathers' houses, namely of Tola, mighty warriors of their generations, their number in the days of David being 22,600. The son of Uzi, Izariah, and the sons of Israel, Michael, Obadiah, Joel, Ishiah. All 5 of them were chief men, along with them by their generations according to their fathers' houses were units of an army for war 36,000. For they had many wives and sons. Their kinsmen belonged to all the clans of Issachar, were 87,000 mighty warriors enrolled by genealogy. So they're pulling the numbers for this from Genesis and Numbers. A lot of the history that's recorded here is pulled from other places in the Bible to kind of put it all in one spot. Is where all these numbers are coming from. Alright. So now we're moving on to verse 6 here. The sons of Benjamin, Bela, Becher, Jediel, 3. The sons of Bela, Esbon, Uziel, Jerimoth, and Eri, 5. Heads of their fathers' houses, mighty warriors, and their enrollment by genealogies was 22,034. We see all these like individual names and we think they're individual people, and you get a number like that, and you're like, oh, it's the whole clan. Well, it's not even the whole clan, because that's just the fighting age men.
Oh.
It doesn't include women or children. Alright. Verse 8 here. The sons of Becher, Zemariah, Joash, Eliezer, Elionai, Omri, Jeremoth, Abijah, Anathoth, Elimeth. All these were the sons of Becher, and their enrollment by genealogies according to their generations as heads of their fathers' houses, mighty warriors, 20,200. The son of Jediel, Bilhan, and the sons of Bilhan, Jerush, Benjamin, Ehud, Shani, Zathan, Tarshish, Ahishathar. All these were the sons of Jediel, according to the heads of their fathers' houses, mighty warriors, 17,200, able to go to war. And Shippim and Huppim were the sons of Ir, Hushim the son of Aher. Alright. Y'all better be remembering these. Gonna be a test. How many were the sons of Benjamin? Verse 13 here, the sons of Naphtali, Jaziel, Guni, Jezer, and Shalom, the descendants of Bilhah. Alright, the descendants of Manasseh. Verse 14, the sons of Manasseh, Azriel, whom his Aramean concubine bore. She bore Machir, the father of Gilead. Machir took a wife for Huppim and Shuppim. The name of his sister was Makkah, and the name of the second was Zelophehad. And Zelophehad had daughters, and Makkah the wife wife of Machir bore a son, and she called his name Peresh, and the name of his brother was Sheresh. And his sons were Ulam and Rakim. The son of Ulam, Bedan. These were the sons of Gilead, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh, and his sister Hamaloishah bore Ishhad, Abiezer, and Mahala. And the sons of Shemiah were Ahin, Shechem, Leki, and Enaim. That's what I think these names are getting easier, they're getting harder. Alright, moving on. Verse 20. The sons of Ephraim, Shudalah and Bered his son, Tahath his son, Eldiah his son, Tahath his son, Zabad his son, Shudalah his son, Ezer and Eli, whom men of Gath were born in the land and killed because they came down to raid their livestock. And Ephraim their father mourned many days, and his brothers came to comfort him. And Ephraim went into his wife, and she conceived and bore a son. He called his name Beriah, because disaster had befallen his house. His daughter was Shira, who built both the lower and the upper Beth Horon and Uzan Shira. Rahab was his son, Resheph his son, Telah his son, Tahan his son, Ladan his son, Ammihud his son, Elishama his son, Nun his son, Joshua his son. Their possessions and settlements were Bethel and its towns, and to the east Naran, and to the west Gezer with its towns, Shechem and its towns, Aiah and its towns, also in possession of the Manassites, Beth Shean and its towns, Tanish and its towns, Medigo and its towns, Dor and its towns. In these lived the sons of Joseph, the son of Israel. All right. Any questions? All right, verse 30 here. The sons of Asher: Imnah, Ishva, Ishvi, Beriah, and their sister Sarah. The sons of Beriah: Heber and Machiel, who fathered Bizrath, or Birzith, there it is. Heber fathered Japhlet, Shomer, Hotham. I know it's pronounced Hotham, but Hotham is way funnier. Hotham and their sister Shua, the son of Japhlet, which all I could think of is like a halflet. I wonder if he was short. Pasash, Bimhal, Ashvath. These were the sons of Japhlet, the son of Shemer, his brother. Rogah, Jebabah, Aram, there we go. The sons of Helam, his brother Zophah, Imnah, Sheleth, and Amal. The sons of Zophah: Sua, Harnepher, Shual, Beri, Imrah, Bezer, Had, Shammah, Shilshah, Ithram, and Bera. The sons of Jether: Jepunah, Pispa, and Ara. The sons of Ulah: Arah, Hanil, and Rizia. All these were the men of Asher, heads of their fathers' houses, approved mighty warriors, chiefs of the princes. Their number by genealogies for service in war was 26,000 men. Alright. Now we're getting into the genealogy of Saul. Alright. 1 Chronicles 8, verse 1. Benjamin fathered Bela, his firstborn, Ashbel, his second, Arara, the third, Noha, the fourth, Rapha, the fifth. And Bela had sons: Adar, Gera, Abihud, Abishua, Naaman, Ahoah, Gera, Shapuan, and Haram. These are the sons of Ahud. They were heads of their fathers' houses in the inhabitants, or fathers' houses of the inhabitants of Geba, and they were carried into exile in Manahath. Naaman, Ahijah, and Gera, that is Helgam, who fathered Uzzah and Ahud. Verse 8 here. Shaharam fathered sons in the country of Moab after he had sent away Hushim and Bara his wives. He fathered sons by Hodesh his wife, Jobab, Zeba, Mesha, and Melcom, Jaaz, Sachiah, and Miramah. These were the sons of his father's houses. He also fathered sons by Hashim, Abitam, and Elpal. The sons of Elpal: Eber, Mishham, and Shemed, who built the Ono and the Lod with its towns. And I feel like I had a note for that. Maybe not. Verse 13 here. And Beriah and Shema, they were the heads of their fathers' houses of inhabitants of Ajalon, who caused the inhabitants of Gath to flee. And Ahio, Sheshach, and Jeremoth. Verse 15 here. Zebediah, Arad, Eder, Michael, Izpah, and Joha were sons of Beriah. 17. Zebediah, Meshullam, Hizki, Heber, Ishmari, Isla, and Jobab were the sons of Ilpal. Jacham, Zikri, Zabdi, verse 20, Eli, Zilini, Eliel, Adiah, Beriah, and Shimrath were the sons of Shimi. Verse 22, Ishpan, Eber, Eliel, Abdon, Zikri, Hanan, Hanaiah, Elam, Anathanijah, Ifpadiah, and Penuel were the sons of Sheshach. Shamsheri, Shinariah, Athaliah, Jerishiah, Elijah, and Zetri were the sons of Jeroham. These were the heads of their fathers' houses according to their generations, chief men. These lived in Jerusalem. Verse 29 here. Jeiel, father of Gibeon, lived in Gibeon, and the name of his wife was Maacah. His firstborn son Abdon, then Zur, Kish, Baal, Nadab, Geder, Ahio, Zecher, and Milkoth. He fathered Shemiah. Now these also lived opposite of their kinsmen in Jerusalem with their kinsmen. Ner was the father of Kish, Kish of Saul, Saul of Jonathan, Malchi-Sua, Abinadab, and Ishbaal. Or Ishbaal, however you want to pronounce that. Verse 34 here. The son of Jonathan was Merib-Baal, and Merib-Baal was the father of Micah. The sons of Micah, Pithon, Melish, Teriah, and Ahaz. Ahaz fathered Jehoiada. And Jehoiada fathered Amaleth, Asmareth, or Veth, and Zimri. Zimri fathered Moza. Moza fathered Beniah. Rapaph was his son. Elisha his son. Azel his son. Azel had 6 sons, and these are their names. Azarikam, Bocheru, Ishmael, Shariah, Obadiah, and Hanan. There we go. All these were the sons of Azel. The sons of Ishik, his brother, Ulam, his firstborn, Jerush the second, and Eliphet third. The sons of Ulam were men who were mighty warriors, bowmen, having many sons and grandsons, 150. All these were the Benjaminites. All right. A couple of these I wanted to point out here. Ishbaal was probably his original name, meaning man of Baal, from a time when Baal, Lord or Master, could be an epithet of the one true God. So kind of like a poetic term. Later, scribes changed the name to Ishboheth, man of shame. Possibly he used to be identified with Ishbi. And then for the one that's called Meribbaal, this name for Mephibosheth was probably first spelled Mary Baal, hero of Baal, or loved of Baal, and later changed to Meribbaal, perhaps as opponent of Baal. Mephibosheth itself means from the mouth of shame. So, kind of really no matter how you dice it, anything that says Baal is bad.
Right.
I just figured I'd point that out here. Some of this is going to be repeated again here in chapter 9. Let's see here. Alright. Let's get through it because this is like chapter 10. If we can start moving into actual history and not just names. So if we get it done today, the next Wednesday everybody can show up for church.
Yes.
I see you guys out there wilting like flowers. I'm going to take another drink before I get into these names.
We'll let you stumble.
Oh yeah. Just gotta keep moving forward. Alright, chapter 9, verse 1. So all Israel was recorded in genealogies, and these were written in the book of Kings of Israel. And that's the book we don't have. We only have the book of Kings of Judah.
So if we don't have that book, why do we have all these names? Right?
Well, I think at the time this was written, that book was available.
Right.
So, like, some of this is just a compilation of all the information that he could get a hold of, whoever wrote this book. And I don't know if you were here for it. They suspect this book was written by a Levitical priest because of how much detail was given to the priestly line and kind of the ordering and details of the tabernacle. Alright, and Judah was taken into exile in Babylon because of their breach of faith. Alright, so chapter back, it said that the Lord carried them into exile, not that just this bad thing happened. Now we get the explanation. They were carried into exile because of their breach of faith. And no amount of good works that Josiah could do would withhold God's wrath. Alright, verse 2. Now the first to dwell again in their possessions in their cities were Israel, the priests, the Levites, and the temple servants, and some of the people of Judah, Benjamin, Ephraim, and Manasseh lived in Jerusalem. Utai, son of Ammihud, son of Omri, son of Imri, son of Bani, from the sons of Perez, the son of Judah, and the Shilonites, Uzziah, the firstborn, and his sons, of the sons of Zariah, Jeriel, and their kinsmen, 690. Of the Benjaminites, Salu, son of Meshullam, son of Hadiva, son of Hesnuah, Ibniah, son of Jeroam, Eli, the son of Uzi, son of Mitri, and Meshullam, the sons of Shepaniah, son of Reuel, son of Ibnijah, and their kinsmen according to their generations, 956. All these were heads of fathers' houses according to their fathers' houses. About makes that really clears that up. Verse 10 here. Of the priests, Jediah, Jehoiarib, Jachin, and Azariah, the son of Hilkiah, son of Meshullam, son of Zadok, son of Marioth, son of Ahitub, the chief officer of the house of God, and Adiah, the sons of Jeroham, son of Pashur, son of Malachi, and Messai, son of Adil, son of Jehazariah, son of Meshullam, son of Meshulamith, son of Immer. Besides their kinsmen, head of their fathers' houses, 1,760 mighty men for the work of the service of the house of God. We're getting somewhere. Verse 14, of the Levites, Shemaiah the son of Hashub, the son of Azrikam, the son of Hashabiah, of the sons of Merari, and Bakbakar, Harish, Galal, and Mattaniah, the son of Miki, son of Zitri, son of Asaph, and Obadiah, the son of Shemaiah, son of Galal, son of Jeduthun, and Berchiah, the son of Asa, the son of Elkanah, who lived in the villages with the Neophathites. And there was a note on this. Netopah was a town about 3 miles south of Bethlehem, where Jesus was born. Alright. The gatekeepers were Shallum, Akub, Talmon, Ahaman, and their kinsmen. Shallum was the chief, until they were in the king's gate on the east side as the gatekeepers of the camps of the Levites. Shallum, the son of Kor, son of Ebisaph, son of Korah, and his kinsmen of his father's house, the Korahites, were in charge of the work of the service, keepers of the thresholds of the tent, as their fathers had been in charge of the camp of the Lord, keepers of the entrance. And Phinehas, son of Eleazar, was the chief officer over them in time past, and the Lord was with him. Zechariah, the son of Meshullam, was a gatekeeper at the entrance of the tent of meeting. All these were chosen as gatekeepers at the thresholds for 212. They were enrolled by genealogies in their villages. David and Samuel the seer established them in their office of trust, so they and their sons were in charge of the gates of the house of the Lord, that is, the house of the tent, as guards. The charge of the gates of the house of the Lord, the gatekeepers were on 4 sides, east, west, north, and south, and their kinsmen who were in their village were obligated to come in every 7 days in turn to be with these, the 4 chief gatekeepers who were Levites were entrusted to be over the chambers and treasures of the house of God. So it's kind of setting up. These tribes guard the tabernacle and the gold and everything else. Alright. Verse 27. And they lodged around the house of God, for on them lay the duty of watching, and they had charge of opening it every morning. Some of them had charge of the utensils for service, for they were required to count them when they were brought in and taken out. Others of them were appointed over the furniture and over all the holy utensils, also over the fine flour, the wine, the oil, the incense, and the spices. Others of the sons of the priests prepared the mixing of the spices, and Mattaniah, one of the Levites, the firstborn of Shallum, the Korahite, was entrusted with making the flat cakes. Also some of their kinsmen of the Kohathites had charge of the showbread to prepare it every Sabbath. Now these, the singers, the heads of their fathers' houses of the Levites, were in the chambers of the temple, free from other service, for they were on duty day and night. These were the heads of their fathers' houses of the Levites, according to their generations, leaders. These lived in Jerusalem. Alright, this last part here. Okay, the title of it says Saul's genealogy repeated. God help us. Alright, verse 35, chapter 9. In Gibeon lived the father Gibeon, Jeiel, and the name of his wife was Maacah, and the firstborn son Abdon, then Zur, Kish, Baal, Ner, Nadab, Gedor, Ahio, Zechariah, and Mikloth. And Mikloth was the father of Shimeon, and these also lived opposite their kinsmen in Jerusalem with their kinsmen. Ner fathered Kish, Kish fathered Saul, Saul fathered Jonathan, Malchi-Sua, Abinadab, and Ishbaal. And the son of Jonathan was Merib-Baal, and Merib-Baal fathered Micah. The sons of Micah, Pithan, Melish, Tariah, and Ahaz, and Mazah. Mazah fathered Beniah, and Rephaniah was his son, Elish his son, Ezel his son. Ezel had 6 sons, and these are their names: Azrikam, Bocheru, Ishmael, Shariah, Obadiah, and Hanan. These were the sons of Ezel. Okay. We're now to chapter 10. We are going to wrap this up for tonight. We're going to go to personal and private prayer requests. That was a lot of names. And a lot of information that was very important for people coming back from exile. Probably a little less important for us today, but the key takeaway is no matter the circumstance, God has a plan. Even if these people going into exile, coming out of exile, God has a plan, and the exile was just a punishment for their disobedience. Or breach of faith, as they called it. So we're going to go to a personal and private prayer request, chapter 10 next week. It's going to be so much better. Thank you, Lord, for this time and place.